And that'll be the only lighthearted thing we say today. But I want to start with, before we get into everything, I want to start with this lady. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard it, but if you haven't, I want to start with what she said.
This is Betty White.
I want every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the direction.
Oh, not bad.
Not me.
If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here.
Me?
That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
Yeah, that kind of just sets up the whole base of what's happening today in America. What's been happening today, been happening in America, but it's getting highlighted pretty well right now.
You hear that? It's the Birdman hand rub. It's the Lil Wayne lighter flick. I've had a lighter.
Fire's about to start.
About to get hot in here. Where should we start in the merry-go-round of racism? Let's start with, I guess, the first thing that happened to kind of light this match in the world. I don't know what happened first. We don't know what happened first, but we're both assuming Amy Cooper is the first incident of this.
Of this immediate situation?
Yes, the immediate situation. But this goes back further, actually, because if you really think about it, this goes all the way back to, if you want to go super far, obviously you can go all the way back to slavery, but we're not trying to go that far.
It's too long of a podcast,
6-hour podcast. And you see when, but I say this kind of pops off around, the first match to this was the cop, the female cop who shot the was he a banker?
Yeah, I think he was a banker coming home to his apartment.
Yeah, no, he was already in his apartment.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, he's already in his apartment. She was coming home to hers, but she was intoxicated. This starts with him being brutally murdered in his own home because this police officer thought, and you guys can't see me, but I'm doing the air quotes, thought he was an intruder in her apartment, but she had broken into his apartment and shot him. This starts there. So there's a whole bunch of other incidents, obviously, in between, but we're going to start with that one and kind of move our way forward. So with that situation, we saw how the world and the media once again tried to spin it, and they kept trying to spin it, and they kept trying to spin it to where they would at least paint a picture of some sort of doubt in your mind with this story. So, from all intents and purposes, this man was a fixture in his community, was a churchgoer. Everyone knew him. People who knew him loved him. His name was Botham Jean. And it got so bad with the media and everything that I remember at one point they were talking about, for some odd reason, after his murder, they were like, "Oh, there was weed found in his apartment."
It was like a gram of weed. That's nothing, guys. If you live in California, that is nothing. Oh my God.
And I don't know why weed means someone has a right to kill you, but okay. And it got to the point where the trial happened, and then there was that infamous moment when before sirens, of course, setting the mood. Before the verdict, his brother speaks on his mother's behalf and basically not apologizes, but he pretty much says that he forgives this woman for killing his brother. And I remember people, including myself, and probably including a lot of people, like lost their mind. But I remember we had an episode about that, and we said, you can't dictate someone's forgiveness. You can't dictate how someone takes their loss. You can't. So him doing that, that's how he wants to do it, and that's fine, right? So we fast forward all the way to now, and now we have the let's go to the smallest, I guess, minute situation would be the Amy Cooper situation, right? You want to break that down?
So basically, Amy Cooper was in Central Park, walking her dog or playing with her dog off leash. You're supposed to have a leash on your dog in that park. This guy named George Cooper was a birder. First of all, nerd. Nerd. He was a birder and just asked politely, "Can you leash your dog?" And she goes, I don't know, she has like an attitude about it.
She has a Karen attack.
Yeah, basically. And he was like, "All right, I got dog treats here. If you don't leash them, I'm gonna basically lure your dog over here with dog treats."
Yeah.
He then, I guess after that point, he starts recording. Amy Cooper straight up goes, "I will call the cops on you. I will tell them a African American is threatening a white woman's life. I will do that." She says that, not even on the phone yet. She said to him, like trying to threaten him, basically, like, "Do this shit, or you're gonna die by cop." Basically, and he's calm as fuck. He is the calmest motherfucker in the situation.
He is brave.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have took those odds.
maybe birding just calms you down.
I'd be like, this ain't worth it.
Even with me recording you saying this shit,
this is not worth it because I would not win in this situation. But continue.
He goes, "Go ahead, do what you want.
Right.
I'm not doing anything. Do what you want."
Right.
She does it. First of all, she's angry, but she's speaking calmly, kind of, if that makes sense.
Right.
She gets on the phone. Oh, that's when it's turned on. "Oh, I am in a blank park, and there's an African man threatening my life." And see what I'm doing with my voice? She does it like 10 times greater than that. And
as she's looking at him choking her dog at the same time, and then I believe the last time she said it to really get their attention, I believe she said that he was trying to rape her. That's either another video I saw, might be another Karen attack, but I don't want to be incorrect on this. I remember that, but it could have been just still, he's trying to kill me.
So she goes like one of the last things she says, she's basically like, he's gonna attack me or something like that. So that happens. That video goes viral as fuck. It shows everyone, this is what we deal with. It exposes the fact that all minorities already know, that we already know. It's only white America didn't know that.
They know, but whatever.
Yeah, they don't want to know, basically, or they act surprised that all of a sudden it came out. The fact that all white people have to do is accuse a minority of some wrongdoing. No evidence, no nothing. They have to accuse them. Cops show up based on nothing but accusations.
Based on nothing but white.
Yep. They get arrested. And as soon as they get arrested, they're in the system. And once they're in the system, they get charged with a big-ass crime, right? And what ends up happening, because they're scared and because they don't know the system, they tell them, like, all right, just plead down to this, say you're guilty, and we'll let you go off with like a lot lesser sentence. Already there. They did absolutely nothing, but now they have a record. And now they're in the system forever.
For people who don't understand, like, the system talk and everything, the system is, basically you're in the criminal justice system. So the system, quote unquote, is basically just you're on paper that you've done a crime. And for anyone who's done any sort of crime or anything or who's been in trouble, that's how they scare everybody. They pretty much put in your face that if you don't say this or if you don't do that, this is going to be on your record as blah, blah, blah. And depending on the states, but just in general, anytime you have a felony, your life's pretty much over. Like, it's very hard to do anything with a felony. It's very hard. Like,
and that's just with normal life stuff.
Yeah.
Think about next time, for whatever reason, you're in the presence of cops and they have to question you. They look you up, you're automatically a criminal. It don't matter the story behind it. You could plead your case all fucking day until you lose your fucking voice. All they see on their screen is felon. This dude's a criminal. He fucking did it. It don't matter.
Yep. And that's just with that scenario, but also just things without the police. Try getting an apartment. Try, getting a job. Trying to live, period, with a felony is hard. My cousin, who I love to death, his whole story for the past, 3 to 4 years is him trying to maneuver in, regular society with a felony. And it is, so frustrating, because just to know the person, but then you see that they have to jump through all these hoops just to get one sliver of the thing that a lot of people, white people, whoever you want to say, they basically roll out of bed and get. Yep. They have to plead their case to get a job. If an employer wants to take a chance on them, most of the time they have to go through temp agencies and things like that, which suck because the jobs are most of the time trash or
super trash
or nothing that you would want to do anyway. It's no career at all. And then it's just basically you're in a life of it's like a revolving door because you have a felony, you never have enough money to live a decent life. So because you can't live a decent life, 9 times out of 10, most people who even if you're not a criminal-minded person, or you don't even have that sort of aura in your in your soul or in your body, now you need money. So things that run in your head when you need money is a little different from a person who doesn't need money. So now 9 times out of 10, these people end up becoming repeat felons because now you're trying to do things to make money just to survive, and that's the whole quote unquote the system. That's basically what it is. It's how they keep their foot on your neck with whatever. It doesn't matter. That's why, for a lot of people, if you are ever in a situation where you're accused of something, I don't care if you even did it. I don't. If they don't have enough evidence or the situation, never take the plea. Never take the plea. The plea is never a good idea because you're just pleading out to guilty. That's it. They don't care what they get you on. That don't matter. You could have killed 17 people. But if they say we can't find none of the bodies, we can't find any of the weapons, however, we did find we found, some cocaine in your car. Plead to the drug charges. We'll forget don't do it.
Don't even say anything. Honestly, don't say anything at all.
Don't do it.
And the lawyer that they give you, if you have to, take that free lawyer, but
that's bullshit
pay.
Too.
Yeah, that's bullshit too, but go and pay for a lawyer. I know it might be expensive at the moment, but after that lawyer gets you off on all that stuff or as much as he can, most likely you won't have no record, no nothing, and you go back to regular life getting a job, working off to pay that guy. Because paying off that guy or that person, that lawyer, is going to be way easier than maneuvering your life through with a felony.
It's a minor inconvenience. And for people who don't understand the whole, you have the right to an attorney thing, they give you a public defender, which 9 times out of 10 is a lawyer who's either fresh out of law school or it's a lawyer who's overworked because they're taking all these bullshit cases. They don't care about you as a person, so they choose to basically do whatever. 9 times out of 10, they're cool with the DA. They're cool with the prosecutor. So it's
because they got to build relationships.
Yeah, they don't care about you.
Yeah.
So your chances of actually getting a fair case or a fair trial are already skewed. Which a lot of people, I know that we're getting kind of off topic, but this is something important, so I'm going to keep it pushing for a little bit. A lot of people, when they get in trouble, they choose to go the public defender route, even for the smallest things. They're like, it'll be bumped down to a misdemeanor with a public defender or whatever. Don't take that chance. Because depending on who you get, they might not give 2 shits about you. If they don't care about you as a person, then you run into the very realization of you might be in a situation where that public defender just sold you out to the DA or just sold you out to the prosecutor. And now you upstate for something that you could have been out of if you would have just fought it. But now you upstate for a year because, quote, that's the best we could do for you.
Yeah, which is a little bullshit because, again, those public defenders want to build a good relationship with the DAs so that their career goes higher in life, right? It's a little wink, wink, bullshit. And if you think that's a conspiracy, I know it sounds like conspiracy because there's no actual fact-based stuff going out there. But just think of like the smallest thing in offices when someone gets a promotion. Who gets those promotions? People that kiss ass. Not the people that work the hardest. People that kiss ass and know how to talk. So just apply that little shit to public defenders and DAs.
So it's a vicious circle. Anyway, so where are we? Amy Cooper, right? So this goes viral. She ends up, first thing that happens is someone reports it to, because I guess the dog that she had was a rescue dog. So someone reports that to the actual,
the shelter. The
shelter that gave her the dog.
Yeah.
They come get their dog. They're like, know what? Nope. You don't need that dog. Take that. Then, a couple days later, everyone's, basically pushing for her to be fired and everything like that. And
she gets fired.
Well, first she was suspended.
Oh.
She was on administrative leave, and then a couple days later she was fired.
Right.
This is the one time where I was like, "Yay, cancel culture!" All right, finally you're using your powers for good. All right, because there is no way she should have been allowed to do anything. Which I think she was like a head of like an insurance, like something with insurance.
Yeah.
And I was just like, God knows how many people she's talked to of color or minorities who she probably just pissed off and pushed away solely based on the fact that they were minorities.
Yeah. I was just watching this Trevor Noah thing he was just talking about, and a small part of it was talking about Amy Cooper. And he basically said something like, she knew the power, though that phrase had. She knew the power she had in relationship to cops and relationship to black people in America. She knew. So all this bullshit of like, oh my God, it's what's going on? Like,
I didn't know.
They know. They fucking know. So it's just, and really even before this Amy Cooper thing, not smaller stories, just smaller stories in terms of like footage was, I keep forgetting his name, Aubrey. It started with him getting chased down by two white supremacists, getting gunned down by a shotgun.
Yeah.
Nothing was going to happen until the public outrage, right? Mm-hmm. People got into jail.
Right.
And then after that, the EMT lady, award-winning EMT lady, first of all, gets shot in her own house with a no-knock search warrant. And they ended up having the wrong house. It was the wrong house.
Which usually happens to people.
Right. Because they didn't knock.
Yep.
Either her boyfriend or husband, I'm not sure.
I think it was her boyfriend.
Yeah. Gets arrested because he shoots at the cops, not knowing who the fuck they were. They just like
knowing it's cops.
Yeah, just someone breaking into your house. He shoots off. He gets charged with like attempted murder or something.
First of all, that story's wild because I'm like, how did they not kill you?
Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane.
So they charge him with that shit. Later, the charges get dropped. Blah blah blah. But they're even in the story, they were like, if there's something there, we're going to go after him. It's like, there's still nothing there.
Right.
And then even after that, the guy they were looking for was already in jail. He was already in jail. But all that shit, because there's really no footage of anything, the major picture you see is her boyfriend in an orange jumpsuit getting hauled off to jail or something.
Yeah.
But again, there's not a lot of footage of it, not a lot of clear footage, so those stories get swept under the rug pretty fast.
Under the rug.
Then the Amy Cooper stuff happens because the video's so clear. That shit goes viral.
Right.
And then after that, we get George Floyd.
Yeah. So, at this point, I feel like everyone knows what's going on with the George Floyd situation. If you don't, pretty much, I believe he was in a Target or out in front of a Target.
He basically wrote, it was attempted bad check, basically.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Which I didn't know. I mean, I know it's a crime, but I don't know if it was like, you can get arrested at the point of you doing it type of crime, but yeah. So they said it was a forgery in process or whatever, and he ends up getting, cops come. At first they said he was resisting arrest, but there's footage that's come out that's disproven that because he wasn't.
He was calm as fuck. He was in handcuffs. They walked him over somewhere. I'm guessing to the place where he gets on the ground.
Right.
and then whatever his name is knees his neck.
Derek Dickhead. That's what we're gonna call him.
Derek Dickhead.
Derek Dickhead chooses to, of course, once hands are behind his back, once he's on the ground, Derek Dickhead decides to put his knee and the full weight of his body on this man's neck. Me personally, I've not watched the video, but I already know what happens. He's pleading with them that he can't breathe.
People around him, the people filming, the people around him, going like, "Dude can't breathe. What the fuck? Get the fuck off of him. He's not doing anything."
And eventually, he ends up passing out, and he goes to the hospital.
He passes out pretty quick, and the knee stays on the neck.
Yeah, he passes out, and they take him to the hospital, and he's declared dead. So, same thing with Eric Garland, I believe his name was, in New York. It's basically the same exact scenario. Literally, someone who minding his business, I guess it's a crime to sell cigarettes or just any type of contraband in New York. They consider cigarettes contraband, so cops come. They had been harassing Eric Smith, I guess, for a while. And Eric Smith literally is like, Eric Garland is literally like, why do y'all keep messing with me? Why? I'm trying to make money because I'm in the system. I can't get a job. What do you want me to do? Right? Gets detained, chokehold, out, pleading that he can't breathe, dies. Same situation with George Floyd.
I'm guessing the whatever his name is, Eric Garner. There's not really that much footage or clear footage of it happening, right?
No footage.
But clear like
Yep.
George Floyd's?
Yep.
Shit, then I don't know. I don't know why George Floyd shit was so different.
This is a big thing.
I'm guessing because of the shit, because of what preceded it, which is the Amy Cooper stuff, why do I keep forgetting his name? Ahmaud Arbery. And the lady EMT, which I don't know her name.
I think it's Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
But I don't know if his last name is Gardner or Garland. But I know
one of those. Eric G. He's the
original he was the catalyst for the I Can't Breathe movement. It was him, and because the footage came out and we saw and everything, right? So fast forward to this, it's the same exact thing, but now it's even worse because at least in the Eric Garland or Eric G footage, he is at least up.
Okay.
And he's saying while they have it, they have him in the chokehold, he's saying like, come on, I can't breathe. And they're pushing him down. He's like, I can't breathe. Ends up how it ends up. This man is literally, his hands are already behind his back. He's already on the ground. He can't do anything.
There's 4 people around him. Like, what's he going to do?
What is he going to do? He can't do anything. And still, this happens. Right?
Derek Dickhead, the cop that had his knee on his neck.
Yeah.
It was reported after the fact that he had 18 police brutality complaints on him beforehand. Nothing ever happened.
Right. Because I guarantee you that the people that this happened to were of color and they were charged. So who gives a shit?
Basically.
Who gives a shit? You're a criminal. Yeah, police brutality. Yeah, you're a criminal. Who cares?
Don't matter.
But the reason why I took that pause was because I'm like, this is what I said with the whole Ahmaud Arbery situation and how I said that at this point, I'm like, I just don't know anymore. Like, this is what I'm talking about. There is no justifiable reason at all for this. It's so sad, but it's so funny because now something has come out where literally it's indefensible. It's indefensible, all right? With Eric G, they were saying, well, how come he just couldn't get on the ground? This wouldn't have happened. Ahmaud Arbery, why'd he run? Why was he over there? Why'd he go in that house? Always. Trayvon Martin, why is he in that neighborhood? Why does he have a hood on? There's always something that they want to attach to us as to a reason why this happened. This is the first time where literally explain to me why this person's dead right now. Explain it to me. if I have you detained on the ground and I got 4 people with me and we decide to stomp you out and kill you, I'm a monster. Because you weren't doing nothing. It was already done. Right? Why is it different for this person? He didn't resist arrest. He didn't run. They came, approached him, handcuffed him, no problems or issues, put him on the ground for some odd reason. I don't know why. And this happens. So, once again, I'm at a loss. Like, I don't know how people can even look at this shit anymore, because I can't. When the video came out, I was like, nah, I'm cool. Because I know how this ends. I'm good on that. Because even I understand the whole process of, without the video, like, who knows how many people are doing this and all these things or whatever. You guys also have to realize that they're desensitizing us to all of this every time you choose to watch shit like this.
We've already been desensitized to police brutality, just fucking getting beat by cops.
Yeah.
Right?
So now, every time a nigga dies, it's just like, well, it's time to go back out and march again. And it's like, no, we shouldn't think like this. Because it shouldn't happen. And it's getting disgusting. It's absolutely, it was already disgusting, but now it's like, this is just plain, like, you were literally pissing in my face and telling me it's raining. And I can see your dick out.
It's tiny.
It's very tiny. Like, and I don't get where, you gotta be a real piece of shit to agree with anything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I just don't see how.
There's a couple of defenses out there that I've seen. The first one is the typical, the cops are fearing for their lives and blah, blah, blah. For some reason, I didn't put it together, but I heard that Trevor Noah thing, the same thing that I heard earlier. He was like, yeah, these cops fear for their lives, but look at him. Look at the guy, Derek Dickhead. Look how calm he is. Tell me where the fear is. The guy knew he could kill him, he could get away with killing him, just because he can, so he did it. So tell me where the fear is. Like, they're trained to be in these situations where they should be like, if they're fearful, they're failing that fucking course. They should fucking retake it until they're not scared. Or something, so they could act normal. Act like a fucking police officer. I wrote this thing down the other day. I said, I wish cops were how they were portrayed in TV and movies. Because people doing the right thing no matter what. Cops doing the right thing no matter what, right?
Right.
But in reality, they're just a fucking gang. And gangs will protect their own no matter what. So all this justice bullshit, it's I'm not surprised because I know how gangs work. We all know how gangs work if you're from, like, these neighborhoods.
Right.
So the cops are the fucking same.
Right.
They're not here to protect you. They're here to protect their gang and their assets and the officials' assets and all that bullshit.
Right.
And then others' defense was, look, this fucking substitute high school teacher takes a picture of himself with someone else's knee on his neck and was like, I could breathe just fine with a thumbs up. Cool, good for you. You've had some training in wrestling. Yeah, of course, you've been in that situation. Also, I'm sure the guy's not putting all of his fucking weight on.
Yeah, he's not.
On your neck.
Once again, not understanding the situation at all, making light of it.
You're not scared at all, and when you're scared, what do you start doing? You start fucking breathing heavy.
Right.
And you panic. You can't get your fucking faculties in order, so it's even worse.
Right.
Breath goes away fast. And then there's people saying, if he can't breathe, how come he's saying he can't breathe? Have you never fucking been panicked? Have you never been, like, punched in the fucking diaphragm or something and go like, I can't breathe? Like, you could still talk. It's just short-ass breaths, and sooner or later those short-ass breaths are going to just turn into you passing out.
Why? That's like saying, if she's being raped, why?
Yeah.
Why is she being able to say she's being raped?
Yeah. Why is she screaming and not just fighting back?
I know, it must feel good then if she's just screaming. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. All those situations where if it sounds dumb and stupid, it's because it's fucking dumb and stupid.
Like I said, it's indefensible.
Yeah, they have to try so hard to convince you, and that's why yeah, exactly, it's indefensible, and that's why they're leaning on such flimsy ass fucking it's just sticks in the ground, really, and they're trying to stand on them.
And now the newest flimsy stick is that the coroner, I believe, released the report and said that George Floyd died of heart disease.
Yeah.
Let me say that one more time. George Floyd died of heart disease. I don't know how he died of heart disease when he was alive before he was detained. Like, again, you're pissing on my face and telling me it's raining.
Oh man, when I read that, I quickly posted on Twitter. I was just like, wait, so you're telling me if I'm choking someone out and
They have an underlying condition?
magically they just happen to die of heart disease in that moment with my hands around their neck, I'm getting off. I ain't getting charged with no fucking manslaughter. It's fine.
He's got corona.
He's got,
okay?
I'm saving all of you, okay?
Do you understand? Listen to him cough. Listen. I gotta squeeze harder.
Fucking A, man.
Gotta have my face mask to save me.
Oh, people are such fucking idiots, and they're saying that he has some drugs in his system or something like that.
Yeah.
Which again, bullshit. Who cares if they're in the system? Like
The Chappelle joke. Sprinkle some crack on him. Let's go. Sprinkle some crack on him.
the fuck it. Yeah, Killing Him Softly. If you haven't seen Killing Him Softly from Dave Chappelle, watch it. There's a part where he's like, "Oh, it's a Newsweek. Apparently, they've been beating Negroes like hotcakes.
Like hotcakes.
That's been happening. What?
Yeah.
Again, it's only white America that's at least acting shock and surprise. Everyone else, yeah, of course it's what? Yeah, isn't that just normal shit that happens? Isn't that what's supposed to happen? What do you mean there's another way?
And I don't know. At this point, I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of everybody. I'm tired of these people trying to defend this shit. I'm tired of these Twitter activists who are saying we need to do this and that, but they're just tweeting it. I'm tired of people using this opportunity to boost their celebrity. I'm tired of all of it because at the end of the day, it just shows that nobody cares. And it goes back to what we're saying about being desensitized. Like, you're using this person's death as a springboard to launch whatever the fuck you want to launch. And I think it's bullshit. If you're not willing to go to where these people are, if you're not willing to go to Minneapolis, if you're not willing to really put something behind your words, I don't want to hear from you. I don't care. All right? I'm so sick of like these bullshit ass tweets and everything, and you decide to at Tommy Loren, or you decide to whatever. I don't give a fuck. That don't mean nothing to me. Especially if you are of any sort of notoriety, or you're way better off than the people who are out there right now. I don't want to hear it. Because you know what you can do? You can say that and then go back to your fucking life. All right?
Celebrities that I've seen actually go out there. One of them was a football player. I'm not sure who he was. Okay. He went out there. He was out there and he did like a press conference, said some real shit.
Well, I think you mean Steven Jackson, he's a retired basketball player.
Okay. And then I think Jamie Foxx held a press conference, so he's out there.
He was with Steven Jackson, I believe.
And then, completely unrelated, but Denzel Washington out of nowhere.
Yeah. No sort of press conference, no sort of, just did it on his own merit.
Yep. He stopped it from happening again. It was about to happen. He stood in between police officers. Police officers may not even know who he was because, again, he was wearing a mask. COVID and everything.
Right.
So he was out there. He calmed that situation down. I'm not sure what happened after, but nobody died. So,
like, it's just, I'm sick of everyone just choosing to use these moments as a light to push whatever they want to push, because at the end of the day, the people who are going to have to deal with this, yeah, it's us right now. I understand that. But after we're dead and gone, it's going to be your kids, my kids, whoever. And then it's going to be the next generation. It's going to be the next generation. They're not going to care about your bum-ass tweet. They're not. Because your bum-ass tweet didn't change the world. And it won't. right? No, it's gonna change the world. Impress me by going out there and actually giving. Impress me by going out there and actually supporting the cause.
Yeah.
All right. Impress me by even doing what we're doing at the bare minimum, which is talking about it and trying to give our thoughts and bring light to it and have an actual conversation and dialogue. That's even better. I would be happy if you did that.
Start a podcast.
No, I'm just like anything, right?
No.
But I don't want to hear your tweet. I don't want to. I can't. But I don't want to see your tweet. You know, Madonna.
You don't got that text to speech feature on your phone.
Yeah, but Madonna. I don't want to see your son dance weirdly. I'm like, what
was that her son?
That was her son. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
I saw that tweet from you. I was like, what the fuck is this?
And she's you can hear her in the background like tapping her foot, like, yeah, nigga,
Dance, boy.
Yeah, nigga, woo, hit that Michael, grab the crotch, like, what?
Yeah.
This is not a time, like, again, maybe I'm just taking stuff too far. Maybe I'm being over the top. I don't know. Right?
What about the people that say you can't tell people how to protest?
I'm not telling you to protest. I don't give a shit.
No, but this is people tweeting. This is their form of protest. What about people telling you, like, you can't dictate how people decide to protest?
Then, if you believe in that narrative or you believe in that way of thinking, then I would say explain to me what your protest does for this movement by you just tweeting like these random statements.
I'll give you the classic line everyone gives with conspiracy theories too. Oh, I'm just bringing light to it, man. I'm just bringing attention to it.
We already see it. God, like you didn't bring light to anything. Again, ego. You're in your little bubble. Oh, my followers only follow me. They only know about what I'm doing, my album coming out, or my movie, or my whatever. So I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna show them that I'm actually deeper than music or movies. And ooh, look at this tweet. Go out there and protest. But me, I'm gonna stay right here. Like, come on, man. You remember? We always bring this up every time something like this happens. But you remember when we were at Homegrown?
Yeah.
And they had that whole town hall, and we sat through that town hall, and everyone was so passionate, and everyone was so wrong, and they were going back and forth, and then there was that infamous moment where, the one person, which I forgot his name now, but the one person,
red shirt. I always called him red shirt.
The one person who was like, we need to go out there and fight. We need to go out there and really take over the police station. We need to do this and that, the third. And then someone said, yo, I'm not going to do that. Because, like, that's not, whatever. He was like, I mean, me either. But, like,
but y'all should.
But y'all should. And it was like, wait. You've been talking all this rah-rah shit about we need to do this, that, the third. We need to go out here and storm the police station. We need to start shooting cops back. We need to start arming ourselves. And then when we said, okay, so you going to be on the front line of that? No.
But your kids should.
So you think I'm a fool? What'd you think?
Dude.
Okay.
I remember that day. After I heard him say that, I completely checked out.
Yeah.
I was like, camera's recording? Okay. Checking out.
I think we both looked at each other and we were like...
We did. We were like, what? Why is no one... Everyone shut down the other guy and they want to hear what he had to say. But this you're okay with?
This nigga's rah-rah. Dumb. It's all stupid. And at this point, like, this is why I hate these moments, because it makes me literally be like, you know what? I have no opinion anymore. I have no opinion. Because even when I feel like I'm on the side of, like, justice, and I'm like, this is bullshit, I don't even want to be lumped in with the people who are on the same side of it, because now they just muddy the field. And it's like, I don't know if you're being honest or if you're just trying to push whatever narrative you want to push about yourself at this point. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing, like I told you, I had a whole theory about all this stuff, right? Because the timing of everything is so weird, right? Because literally...
Shit happened in quick succession.
Literally nothing was going on. Nothing was going on. All these last 2 months, 2.5 months that we've been quarantined, it's literally been Corona. That's it. It's all it's been, right? And then, like instantly, it was literally like Amy Cooper. No, it was Ahmaud Arbery, which we didn't know because that was in February. Amy Cooper. This situation, George Floyd, just boom, 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 boom. And it kind of dawned on me, right? and this obviously falls into conspiracy theorist territory, right? After this whole coronavirus, and a lot of people, feel like Trump handled this horribly, right? If you look back at the previous election that got him in office, the one thing that Trump did that, if you're a person who can at least see, if you like, like strategy and you like actual tactics and thinking, right? He did the one thing that no one else was willing to do, which was like dirty politics, right? He was able to captivate so many people by just talking shit. That's all he did for his whole campaign. And it was the first time we saw someone who was actually running for the highest office in the world be like, you know what? Fuck it. Because you can lie to me all you want and tell me he knew he was going to win. No. He didn't want to win. I still believe to this day he couldn't believe he won.
Yeah.
Like, literally, this was just one big commercial for him. And then he won, right? So we have what we have now, which is him basically trying to learn office on the fly, right? Now he has an election coming up in a couple months. This whole year has been basically a commercial about how he sucks, right? It's all it's been. Like, again, if you can defend it, cool. Whatever mental gymnastics you want to use to defend it, right? But literally, he's caused the deaths of now over 100,000 Americans, right? This is I don't even think we've lost that many in any war.
Maybe recent war.
But that's like if you count Afghanistan, because it's like, is Afghanistan even over? Because that's over. That's since 2001 until now. Right. So that would be like, but I'm talking about like any conflict that we had that was like in the...
Well, definitely civilians.
Right. This is the most Americans we've lost to something, right? I look at it and I'm like, okay, so if I'm his campaign strategist or whatever, right? I'm like, okay, what can we run on? Well, what can we run on? Literally, this guy was on YouTube like every day for like the past 2 months just being a dumbass. He was saying the dumbest stuff in the world. He had the head of his disease staff, Dr. Fauci, pretty much disprove everything he said. He told people to drink bleach. He told people to use a drug for malaria, and it works for the coronavirus, and it's proven that it doesn't.
It actually kills you faster.
Yes. He's pushed ventilators, and then it's come out that ventilators actually do kill you. It's not the virus, it's actually the ventilators that are killing you. He's done all these things that just would, can be proven with fact. He's been horribly more racist during this time period. Now he's thrown in Asians into his racist tirades. How can I make this work, right? The one thing I can do, or the one thing that the powers that be can do to make this election even a competition is do the same thing they did in 2016. They muddy the field because Trump basically ran on, I'm not Obama, I'm white, and I'm not a woman.
Need I say more?
Need I say more, right? That's what he ran on, right? You can try to flip and be like, no, he was saying that he wasn't part of the government establishment and what's been going on and blah, blah, blah. No, it was, I'm not black and I'm not a girl. That's it, right? Now, this one is literally like, if you have all these incidents, right, they just happen, boom, boom, back and forth. You have black people being the loudest that they've been in months with this stuff, right? Now you show rioting, looting, and everything. The same people who are usually the ones that are very vocal about disliking all this stuff, it's just being the people who voted for him. The 9 times out of 10, they're either conservatives or they're just white, period. What is the biggest incentive to vote for him now? It's that. I don't want to see this. I don't want this to happen. Because, oh my God, these animals are burning down police stations. They're fighting cops. They're looting. I don't want that to happen in my city or my state. I'm re-voting for him. This seems like this is all one huge campaign commercial for vote for me again, because I'll keep these niggas in line. Because the timing of this stuff is wild. I'm like, It's been back to back to back to back, and I guarantee next week something else is gonna happen.
Yo, if next week someone else dies in this situation or something similar to this, because the protests are still going on. This is the fourth day or the fourth night into it that it's still fucking going on. And
Nothing's stopping.
I don't know if you've seen those iconic pictures of right now, like I think it was Minnesota, just up in flames, like big ass fucking flames, big ass buildings just on fire.
Man, they are burning
it
Minnesota down. They praying for purple rain at this point.
Thank Derek Dickhead. Thank him. Thank him for your city burning down. Because it's really him. If you want to blame these protesters and all that bullshit, blame him. Who started all this shit? Really? Derek Dickhead.
I mean, yeah. At this point, like I said, we're at a. I've been trying to explain to a lot of people that we're at a crazy time in like our history. Like us being adults and being conscious for all this stuff, because obviously this has happened before in history. I do understand that.
LA riots.
Right.
But we were, 2 years old?
Yeah. And even before that, the Watts riots, we weren't even born. That was the 60s, right? This has happened. But this is the first time where you have the power of social media. You have the power of just the internet, period. And you have just all these... Like I said, the last 4 years have been nothing but these underlying tensions. And they've just been one after another, just being built upon and built upon and built upon. This is the first time where I feel like we really might see a race war. And I don't think people are really, like, prepared for it. But I'm being very honest when I tell you that this isn't stopping anytime soon. As long as stuff keeps going the way it's going, it's not going to stop. At this point, the coronavirus has basically killed nothing but minorities. Most people who are unemployed are minorities. So you have dead minorities, you have broke minorities, and you have a president who just keeps thumbing his nose at everyone who's a minority, saying
thugs,
calling them thugs, blaming people for the virus, saying that if they loot, we're going to shoot. This is a direct tweet that he tried to hide.
That they had to censor.
Yeah. Then tried to cover it up by saying he didn't mean it like that.
Which later it came out that it's a direct quote from the 60s civil riots, where basically police chief, I think, said the exact same thing. If they start looting, we'll start shooting. There you go. Like, how is that not just fucking race baiting and shit? And I wonder if white people know, like, how are white people not scared, especially the supporters? How are you guys not scared that it's everyone against you guys? They're all gonna unite. Unprecedented, like all this shit of like us being divided, us fighting each other, which we've talked about fucking a lot.
Right.
Which if we come together, shit would happen, right?
Yeah,
we're coming together. Blacks, Asians, Mexicans, or Latins, everyone. And they're saying, fuck this shit, white people are the enemy. How are you guys not scared? Because that's basically all you had, which is us divided, us fighting each other. Now what? You think you're gonna win? We outnumber you. Honestly, like all of us together, blacks, Mexicans, Asians. I keep saying Mexicans, but Latins. Something like together, we outnumber white people. You know why? Because in America, we were from here. Or, well, not black people because they were brought over here. Right. But everyone else were from here. All you European... It's fucking... I keep thinking of this shit, this subtle racism shit. Like, why do they refer to blacks as African Americans? They refer to me as Mexican American. They refer to Chinese Americans, all that shit, right? But they call them whites. They call them Caucasians. Why not European Americans? It's this subtle racism shit that makes you like... Yeah, you're not a real American. We have to put that prefix in front of you so that we know.
Rewrite history.
But then there's people... man, I even saw this shit on Twitter. There's this Native American. I think he was from the Navajo tribe, I think, or somewhere. He's a congressman, and he spoke out against something. And someone literally was like, I want to know his status. I think he's illegal. A native fucking American, the people that were here before everyone. What the fuck, man? How fucking blinded to the truth are you? Because if I was white, I'd be scared right now. I'd be so fucking scared.
But see that.
Because even if you're one of the good ones, it don't matter right now. It does not matter.
Right, but that's the good and the bad with everything that's going on, which is like what I'm saying. Trump ran his campaign in 2016 on fear because it was, like I said, I'm not Obama, but I'm not a woman. This woman was with Obama. Do you want that again? And she's a woman, right? So now, like I said, my theory, now you're running on the sheer fact of I can keep all these people in line. And I can do it specifically for people who look just like me and you, because you know I only care about people that look like me and you. Vote for Donald. Like,
if you believe that, think of all the shit he's promised and things he's backed that have failed horribly.
But that don't matter. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to people being scared, that's what I'm saying. That's the issue. When it comes to people being scared, if I said right now, boom, coronavirus is out, it's killing everyone left and right. Oh, there's a vaccine coming out Sunday. I guarantee you, if we had another like huge outbreak of this virus, people just start dying crazy. Sunday, everyone's gonna take that virus. Take that vaccine.
Yeah.
Hasn't been tested, hasn't gone through any clinical trials, but we just know it's a vaccine out. Cool, my man. Cool. I'm scared. I want to live. I'm gonna take that. Right. It's the same. It's fear policy. It's the same thing that has they've used in this nation forever. We're gonna scare you. We're gonna show you what can happen, but this should make you go out in November and re-vote for me so that this won't happen. So I can keep us popping for another 4 years. That's it. That's why I feel like all this stuff, I don't know what to believe anymore because
Neighbors.
I was like, what the heck? She was so clear. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know what to believe anymore because some of these situations are so wild and so unbelievable. It makes you just think like, this can't really be real. Like this, like the Breonna Taylor story is so insane because I'm still like, how did they not kill her boyfriend? How? He shot at them and lived? Like what? Like it just makes you ponder everything, and it's like, why is this all happening now? As soon as they start to open up the world, just boom, all this stuff starts happening. And it's like, I don't know if it's a ploy to keep us want us to stay in the house, because damn, all this stuff is happening. I'm gonna stay home. Like I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm black. I ain't trying to get caught with the police, or I'm white. There's niggas out. It's like whatever, right? I don't know if it's like I said, coming to politics in November. Now all this stuff is happening. You got to vote for me to save your life, white people, because the next person won't save you. I don't know what it is.
I think it's that. I think it's the fear of just keeping us down. That fear keeps us down, keeps us from uniting. There's that one video that came out after. He like rolled through a stop sign, right, or something like that. He was in someone's yard or his yard. A shitload of cops just had guns on him. Kid was on the floor, arms stretched out, trying to do whatever they're fucking saying. No weapon on him, like arms just out there, nowhere near reaching for anything. A whole bunch of cops just still had their gun on him, not even trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. It's right there. That's that fear. They're like, if you're not white, black preferably, like mainly, right. Really, if you're not white, this shit's gonna happen to you. You're dead. You're dead. No matter fucking what, you're dead, and no one's gonna do shit about it, and nothing's gonna happen about it, especially if it's not on camera. So it's that fear of doing that, and to like listen to us, or that you're dead. But I don't think they expected this backlash of these riots and protests. I don't think they expected any of that, especially with the COVID thing going on right now. I thought they were banking on people second guessing on like, no, like, yeah, I'm for it, but I'm not going out there and protesting because all this COVID shit's going on. Because protests are already dangerous to begin with.
Right.
Because eventually they lead to riots because they're not white people protesting.
Right.
So they will lead to riots. And, I might get infected with fucking COVID. But that shit did not work. It did not, all that. It was too many things in order, back to back to back, for that fear to get instilled in them. And they were just like, fuck it. If we're dying anyways, we might as well go out and burn this shit down.
Yeah.
So I think it backfired on them.
We've pretty much discussed our feelings, and I felt like we vented about all this stuff. But what is a logical solution to all this stuff? Is there a logical solution to all this stuff?
What's happening in Minnesota right now, and certain parts of United States, that is a logical solution. Riot and protest and burn the shit down, saying like, we're not taking this shit no more. If you don't fucking change, it's only gonna get worse. The theory I have is these protests, these riots, people burning down these corporations' corporate buildings. It's the low end of all this shit. If they keep getting pushed around even after this shit, cops are dying. They're gonna start killing cops. After that, if it still gets pushed even further, what they did in Egypt to that president, I forget the president's name, where they fucking stormed his building and dragged him to the street, beat him to death in the street, that shit is happening to Trump.
You mean Gaddafi?
Gaddafi, yeah. So you think, man, like, what did they say about COVID? Like, it really exposed America as the third world country it is and all this shit. We're not that different from other parts of the world. So what happened in Egypt can happen here if we get pushed far enough. I was comparing these protests and riots to what happened in China. I was like, look how China dealt with it. Look how quick we went from 0 to 100 and shit like that. We could go past 100. China's like a baby compared to what fucking Americans to do. I wrote this shit down. I was like, America was born of riots. It's an American tradition to riot for justice when under oppression and tyranny. How did this fucking country start? With a fucking riot saying, no, we're not doing what you say, King George. We're our own country. You don't think we could start over? Make a new America? You think we need the leadership that we have right now? Because they haven't done shit. What solutions have they offered? Even with just with this pandemic, let's exclude all this riot and bullshit. What solutions have there really been for this shit? None. So you don't think we could like just drag them all out? There was a video of some Ukrainian politician that was corrupt. They fucking dragged them and threw him in the trash can. Again, everywhere else, babies compared to us Americans when it comes to rioting and fucking doing shit. We will take it to the extreme. We're not throwing people in trash cans. They're gonna fucking kill them. And I don't think anyone wants to get there, but if they keep pushing that shit, people are dying. People in these leadership roles are dying, and again, people are gonna be shocked and we're not supposed to do it this way and blah blah blah. Again, it's their own fault. It's the backlash effect. They did too much, too quickly, back to back to back, and they just thought they'd get away with it, and nope. It's like this. If I punch you every day for fucking generations, and then one day, like, you flick me in the ear back, like, do I have any right to be upset?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just these people were punching us in the fucking face for so fucking long, and we do a little back. We do just a little bit. These riots and shit, it's minute compared to the shit we've dealt with for generations. How were we wrong in any of this?
See, I don't think it's about right or wrong. I think at this point it's just about, like, I hear everything you're saying, and I might agree on some level of it, but at the end of the day, I know that, and this is just being point blank with it, we're not built like our generations before us. We're just not, because there's a lot of people, and I feel like that is the government or the powers that be, or however you want to put it on. I feel like that's a lot of their doing, and they made it that way. We had before all this, I don't really listen to her music, but there was Doja Cat. If you guys don't know who she is, she's a rapper, I guess. She got caught pretty much red-handed in all these white supremacist chat groups and all these things, right? And she was basically just like one of the boys in these chat groups, and just shitting on black people. And it got caught, it got exposed, it came out, they leaked, pictures of her in the chats or videos and things like that. And her excuse was, that wasn't me now. I was a kid. Mind you, these videos were from like 6 days ago. So, okay.
A lot happens in 6 days.
I'm grown now. I've learned. But of course, people, once again, it was cold hard evidence. It's like, oh, you, and this is something I wanted to bring up. I wanted to bring up this on this podcast for all this shit happened. I really did. I didn't want to talk about any of this stuff because it didn't happen. But it was crazy because you know how we the term culture vulture, right? You know how we basically, that's like a term that's reserved for white people almost, right? Mm-hmm. It's basically it's been turned to something where someone who's not from the culture comes in, gets the sauce, steals it, and then monetizes it for none of us in the culture, right? Culture. Why does it not apply to us? Because, in my opinion, Doja Cat is a culture vulture. She clearly does not fuck with this culture. She clearly does not like black people. And I don't want to hear anything about all this whole, oh, it's self-hate, oh, she needs this and that, oh, all this other stuff. Look, I am not one of those people, and I will be very honest. I am not one of the whole, like, we can save them people. I'm not one of those people, all right? I don't care about saving Kanye West. I don't. To me, he's off the fucking boat. He's drowned. Forget about him. Keep pushing. There will be another. We've done it before, right? I always hate the people in our culture, hip-hop culture, just minorities, period. I always hate those people that always want to be like, oh, no, he's one of ours. We got to save him. Or, oh, no, let's pray for him and everything like that. Man, fuck all that. All right? Because at the end of the day, if he doesn't understand what he or she, they don't understand what their words are doing and their actions are doing to the struggle, period, then to me, you're not needed anymore. Thank you. You may leave. Don't come back. I don't want you back. Because at that point, it's just like the streets, right? Everybody knows what a hood hopper is, right? I can't bang Pyru and then leave and be like, I don't gang bang no more, and then go be a Crip. What do the Crips have to trust me on if they're like, wait a minute, weren't you from here? So why should we let you over here? Right? Why do we do that when it comes to us? I don't like this level of forgiveness, and it's like, and I feel like this comes from, once again, systemic racism. Because it's like, think about it. In the slave days, house niggas, they felt bad for them. It's like, oh, you don't understand. Oh, you don't know. Oh, you've been around them too much. They brainwashed you.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, fuck them. Like, they're done. Like, we don't need them. If we storm this place, they're dying too. Not saving them for what? They the same ones that's telling on you, snitching on you, beating you probably, and you want to save them? You lost your mind?
Yeah.
Right? And I don't understand this, right? But then this Doja Cat thing comes up. And there's people who are like, oh, like, no, she needs help. oh, like clearly she's dealing with some sort of self-hate. I can understand. Her dad was in her life. And this means that da-da-da this. And this means that because he wasn't there, she hates black guys and black people. Fam, since Doja Cat has been a fucking anything in music, she has not hid the fact that she does not like niggas. This is not new. I don't understand why this got flipped, all right? A year ago, when she made that Bitch I'm a Cow song, right, which was stupid, but she was getting popular off of that, there was a tweet, and I'm pretty sure it's either gone now or whatever, but there was a tweet where she said, I only date white boys. That's it. Niggas turned it into a joke. They was just like, nah, I'm gonna turn Doja Cat out. Oh, Doja Cat too thick to be fucking with blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fam, like, this is a red light. She's being honest with you. Let her go. But once again, we gotta, let's save them. Like, and then fast forward to today, now, you know, before all this happened, she had the number one song in the world. Number one song. Her and Nicki Minaj. I've not heard the song, first of all, so I have no idea how. But whatever. Right? Number one song in the world. Clearly, the people who fuck with her, fuck with her. Or, once again, the powers that be see someone who is a culture vulture. Let's push her. Because she got a fat ass. Niggas like her. But she listens to us. Let's push her. Right? Boom. She gets pushed. Now, this comes out. Because, again, someone's doing their due diligence and being like, wait a minute, wait. She doesn't like y'all. And y'all are buying and supporting her. Why? Once again, we have people come out of the woodwork, try to defend her and things like that. And then she comes up with this bullshit-ass apology of, I was young. That's not my feelings. I'm a black woman or whatever. At no point is she apologizing for the concrete evidence that we have on her. She's just saying like, oh, I was stupid. I'm stupid.
I'm stupid. I'm sexy. Stupid.
I'm
come
stupid,
on.
sexy. Come on. Look at me. Look at me.
Come on. Forgive me.
And it's funny because literally the week prior, she said, if you guys make my song number one, I'll show my boobs. The song goes number one. She goes online and says, y'all stupid. You think I'm going to show my boobs for this? You got played. The next week, she says, basically, y'all, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I don't know. I don't know no better. I don't know no better. And once again, it's like, oh, let's believe her. Oh, her music good. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. At this point, this is for whoever. I'm not playing this whole game of like, oh, since we're all black, we're on the same team. Nah, fuck all that. I don't believe in this whole, like, we black team shit. No. If you down with the culture and you've proven it, I fuck with you. If you're not, and you just happen to be of my color, I don't fuck with you. That's it. Because all this whole team switching shit, this is putting in the people who are turning on you. This is putting in the people who are being the new age house nigga. This is what this is doing. You guys are choosing to overlook it because, oh, they're popular. Oh, they make good movies. Oh, they this and that. Nah. They've shown you their colors. Why do you need them? To make that into everything that's going on now, these people have shown you their colors. Why do you need them? You don't. You're literally, it's like you're asking people again, once again, and then there's people coming out, you know. Oh, like Lil Wayne today said, I believe he said like, oh, you know, we should blame ourselves for this happening. Excuse me? Excuse me? So, we're the reason why we get choked out and beaten by cops and killed? Is that what you're saying? Cool. You are also now off the boat. Have a lovely day. I don't fuck with you no more. It's that simple. But we keep just flip-flopping and doing all this shit because, oh, they make good music. Oh, I grew up with this person. Oh, all this shit. It kind of makes me understand why people like, this might be controversial, if I didn't say anything else, it was already controversial. But it makes me understand Cosby's anger so much. I get it. I get it to a point. At first, I never got it. I was like, why is he so angry at niggas? Like, I don't get it. Because Cosby fucks with niggas. Like, but Cosby, and this, I'm not talking about anything he's done. I know what he did, all right?
And fuck him for that.
Fuck him for that. But I'm just saying the reason why he was so mad at niggas, I feel like it was because he was like, damn it. I'm doing all this so we can get somewhere, and you niggas ain't listening. Still fuck him because he was doing some fucked up shit behind closed doors.
Right.
However,
Pre-Quaaludes,
I understand his sentiments because he's like, I'm giving all this money. I'm doing all this shit. And y'all still shucking and jiving for these white people. Why? Why? Like, why are you doing this? Like, and I get it. Because I see it. It's like, even when it's point blank, it's like, fam, this isn't even like a choose a side thing. This is just pure humanity. It's pure humanity. That's it. It's like, this person was unjustly murdered. That's it. It's crazy to see, like, white people be like, that's fucked up. But black people be like, I don't know. We should do some more research because we could be wrong. What? They not doing no research when they shoot your dumb ass? Like, but you want to free these niggas when they do some dumb shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm so sick of this shit. All this shit is stupid. Stop listening to these niggas. Stop listening to the people who you think know what's going on and everything like that. At this point, do what you want to do, but whatever you choose to do, at least make it worth something to whatever you believe in. Because listening to these motherfuckers will get you nowhere. That's the whole thing we've been saying this whole podcast since day one. Let this plane go by. But since day one that we've done this podcast, I feel like our main thing, one of our main points to everything has always been, you can feel what you want to feel. At least when you get challenged on it, have enough to back it up, right?
Just stand your ground
Just
on
stand
what
your
you were
ground
saying.
On whatever you were saying, right?
And I think that's what people don't understand is when you back these people, when you back like a Doja Cat, and you ignore the blatant fucking what the fuck she did, basically. Right. You ignore that shit, you're choosing to back them. And because you're backing them, you agree with what they're saying.
Period.
So if you get challenged on that, don't try to backtrack now. Fucking stand your ground. Just stand your ground. Be whatever you are, just stand that shit. At least you hold on to some kind of dignity that way.
Right.
You're not some fucking hood hopper that just she's not popular anymore, so
fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her. I don't back her no more. Yeah.
Like, I just hate it because I look at these situations as like, to me, it's the powers that be. They're checking to see how real you niggas are. Okay, boom. This person who isn't even that popular, boom. She has a popping song right now. Boom. Oh shit! Some shit just came out about her hating niggas. She's gonna be done. There's no way she could survive for this. What? They're defending her? What? like someone said something this week. I forgot who, but I thought it was so like true. But they said like even white supremacists hate coons, and I was like, damn. Look, that's true. Cause like even like when you tap dance for these white people, they like, damn. Thanks for doing the work for us, but we can't trust you. You don't even ride for your people.
They had that, the Boondocks, they had that episode, remember? Fucking, what was his name?
You mean Ruckus? Or?
Yeah, Ruckus. Yeah. He's back in the country singer that's super racist. He starts doing all that shit, and then they find out he's a black guy singing on these country albums. They're like, what? They just fucking chuck their beer at him and shit like that. So, yeah. It's like, they don't... You're not the exception. I don't know why you think that, like, that you're the... no, they hate those black people, those Latins, those Asians over there. Not me, I'm one of the good ones. No, man, they don't fucking care. You're the last one there, they'll beat you to death. You're not. Just to be like, yeah, we got rid of all of them. You're part of all of them.
In that census when you check race?
yeah.
But
They don't put. Yeah, I'm Latin, but I fucks with the whites. There's no box of I fucks with the whites.
I'm black, but I'm not a thug nigga. I'm not one of them.
Yeah,
No, I'm not them. Ooh, okay. Ooh, your taxes are gonna get lowered this year.
They got really descriptive with these boxes.
Yes. Wow. But that's the thing. So when you say like, oh, you know, they're afraid that this is gonna happen. They're afraid like we have the power to uprise or whatever. No, I feel like as long as people are under the weird like, you know, pixie dust magic of all that's going on, there's always going to be somebody who's going to be like, yeah, you know what? Nah. And I feel like I said, we're not built that way. Back in the day, different. Everyone was unified in whatever. It didn't, when I say unified, I don't mean that everyone thought the same. I don't mean that. Because there was people, prime example, you can always bring up Martin and Malcolm, right? They respected each other. However, Martin went his way, Malcolm went his way, right? At points, Malcolm would jab at Martin because Malcolm felt like Martin was being Uncle Tom, right? Martin would rebuttal, but it wasn't to downplay Malcolm at all because that wasn't his style, right? They didn't fuck with each other. However, the main plan, which was getting black people to be up under the oppressive stigma of white people and the oppressive boot of white people, was the same. So we can coexist. Period.
Yeah, one fought a battle on this front, and the other one fought a battle on that front.
Easy. All right. Now,
but to like make things straight, they were not fighting each other, which is the main fucking point.
Right. I was about to say, now once we get past these white people, now we can talk about who's gonna do what.
Yeah.
But until then, let's work together somehow. Like I said, it doesn't have to be actually face to face or in the same capacity. However, we can still coexist. Today is totally different. Today it's literally like you have someone like a Candace Owens. You have a Kanye. You have someone who, instead of like, think about Kanye, is no one would even be mad at Kanye for what he was saying if he just didn't approach it how he approached it. He approached it in the dumbest way you could approach something to anyone, let alone black people. He went so far coon that he said slavery was a choice. But his whole point was literally just, hey, if you're black, you don't got to vote Democrat. That was his point. That was literally his point.
Which very few people come to that conclusion because of the absurdity of what he said.
Because they're like, oh, he said that? Fuck it.
Yeah, for you to get there, you know what I'm talking about, you, Dwayne? For you to get there, it's because you were like, no, let's try to figure out what the fuck he's talking about. 1% of people's doing that.
Exactly. But I'm not saying that they're wrong in choosing not to do that. I'm saying I'm one of the people who, like I said, I don't believe in anybody because I think they're all bullshit.
Because, it's something that we've both done through our lives. Like, we're trying to get in the headspace of, like, why the fuck would they say that? I don't agree with them at all, but, like, I'm not trying to defend them all, but, like, how do you get there? How do you get to that point? Because once you understand your enemy, then you can fucking defeat them.
Exactly. Very easily, right? So that's what we do. So I look at it like, oh, that's what he means. Okay, cool. I understand that. I agree, actually. I feel like all niggas shouldn't vote Democrat. So I get what he's saying. Is he still stupid? Hell yeah. Do I fuck with him? No. You can stay over there. But thank you for pushing your point. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your first 3 albums.
Yeah, thank you. I'll keep them. Like, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. Whatever, right? But that's the thing I hate. It's because we choose to accept some, like, this pure absurdity that no one else would accept.
Yeah.
No other culture would accept, but we accept it. Why? We don't need to. We've built everything we've built in this country off people's hard work. They end up being replaced, sadly, and then we keep moving because we got to. All right? Once Jay-Z dies, that's it. It's got to be another one. Once Beyonce dies, that's it. It's got to be another one. All right? If you go in my mom's time or whatever, I guarantee you they couldn't think of a world without Aretha Franklin. Hey, newsflash, she died. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. However, the world continues to spin. We have to build more to actually get to a resolution, all this stuff. So these people that I get it, you hold on to them and they might have shaped your childhood or they shaped the way you think or whatever. I understand that. It's hard. It's hard to let go of people. I get it. However, they don't owe you anything and you don't owe them anything. Take their lessons that they've taught you, use them well, but if they stop being of use to the cause, then they're not needed. Because right now, to echo on your statements, I feel like there is a war approaching at this point. I do feel like it's approaching. However, once we get there, there ain't gonna be a lot of time to be talking about, oh, he's cool, he's not. He's cool, he's not. He's cool, he's not. Because once you in the trenches, he's next to me. We on the same side. He's cool. I don't got time to be like, is he really cool though?
Trying to figure it out. There's a tweet that I read. His name is @the_barftender, and he said, "Beware of those who criticize the looters harder than the police officers who committed murder. They're telling on themselves." And just replace that the looters harder than the officers part with everything we're talking about, like included into that statement. You're telling on yourself.
It's very simple.
You know, like me and him might not know that person way out there, whatever, saying that, like defending that shit. Someone in your circle though knows. So when time comes, they're gonna out you, and people are gonna know.
It's very.
Sorry, it's just that because you brought up the Kanye thing. Did you ever think LeVar Burton would come harder than a Kanye? Mr. Reading Rainbow himself. Today he tweeted, "Don't fuck with me today, people. Today is not the day." From LeVar Burton. Coming harder than a Kanye West. Come on. Who would have thought?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no need to put stock in any of these people because once people show you who they are, believe them. Keep it pushing. That's it, right? Something that came up throughout all of this week that I thought was a perfect microcosm of all this stuff, right? And it was something that was very, in a point, innocent. Because it was literally just, I understand what this is. Because I lived through this, right? But it was something that people were so divided on still. Like black people. That was just like, see what I'm talking about? So there was an interesting thing on Twitter. I'm not going to blast the girl who tweeted this, but I'm just going to read the tweet that she tweeted. Because it was a whole thread. So she says, "So I've been talking to this white guy for a few months now. She is black, by the way. I gave my all to this man for real. Come to find out he's been racist this whole time. This is how he talks about me to his friends. SMFH, which is shaking my fucking head. I can't make this shit up, right? Now, I'm going to preference this before I read his tweets and everything. Before I read his tweets by saying, as of right now, this has come to be real, right? If next week this comes out, this is all some bullshit, cool, whatever, right? However, the people commenting think this is real. And my point is them, not this whole scenario, right? But I know this scenario has happened before because it's happened to me, not in this same situation, but it's happened to a lot of people. So this scenario does exist. I'm just saying that because stuff like this always happens and it's like, oh, it's fake. See, you're stupid. You believed it. But I'm like, it's not the point that it was fake. It was the point that
it's believable.
It's believable. That's the point. Anyway, so, oops. Hold on. Okay. So, the guy's name is, it says Colton Masterson, or I don't know.
His Twitter has since been deleted because I checked. When he sent me that shit, I clicked on his name.
I'm not even gonna say his name because this might be just the people he's group chatting with in the DM. So, he goes, "Holy fuck. Sorry, not sorry, but I have this black girl over again, and every time she says something stupid as fuck, I want to call her the N-word, LOL. Is that bad, ? Or is she just acting her part? This stays between all of us." Someone says, "Grammy, no, fuck. You call her that, LMAO, if she's acting the part. She can't get mad when you say it," and laughing emojis. "I really want to call this girl the N-word and have her leave. Is that wrong? I swear, what the fuck? This fucking girl, I swear, back in the 20s when my grandfather would have owned her, bro, the disrespect right now, whipped hands down. Fuck black women. What the fuck? I love it. Ha ha ha. But for real, fuck black women. LOL. And she's like, here's his at. Y'all go off. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So, a lot of the sentiments in the comments I thought were very telling, right? Because, let me read one more thing that actually gives a little more backstory to this whole thing, which I thought was very important. So she said, so I've known him for the past 5 years. I thought we were good friends, so I was always there for him. That's what I meant by give my all. Ain't none wrong with being a good friend. I just found all this racist shit out last night. The third screenshot was from last night. For everyone asking, I was with him last night and I was playing music off his phone. We had the Black Lives Matter / All Lives Matter debate he was complaining about, and I low-key peeped the messages, so I waited for him to go to sleep, went through them, screenshot them, sent them to myself, and then I got out of there. I'm so thankful for all the support from everyone. It's given me strength to speak up. Yes, there has been times I was physically hurt by him. I'm thankful I got out before anything worse happened, ladies. Do not ignore red flags. Get out of that toxic situation while you can.
That's fucking wild, first of all. He was already beating you and you stayed with him.
I don't know about
I mean, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Her claims.
Yeah, it's her claims, so whatever.
No proof yet, but
there's
still.
no proof to that. But I thought the comments were interesting because it was like straight up, there was a lot of black people, men and women, who were like, this is your fault. This is your fault. You tried to be with a white. This is your fault, right? I thought it was interesting because I was like, wow, like, you know, as someone who's in an interracial relationship myself, right, and I'm about to, you know, marry my fiance, I just looked at it, I was just like, damn, that's crazy how wild the world is on our side because they can't fathom her being with a white person. Now, me personally, I feel like them to the effect of, do I see myself ever with a white girl? No. Can I bring myself to doing it? No. Right? However, do I think it's wrong and oh my God, it's so disgusting? No. I've said on this podcast before, if you guys don't know, my brother-in-law is white. My sister married a white man. I probably will have a little white nephew or half white nephew and everything like that.
We're taking all the black out of him, actually. He's going to be pure white nephew.
He ain't black. Nuh-uh. I know your daddy. No, I'm playing. But, like, you know, I have white people in my family, right? And I look at it and I'm always like, you know, my family never was like, this is wrong. You know, we were all just like, it's your choice. Do what you want to do. Fuck it, right? However, I can see that when it comes to certain people, they look at it like, nah, they've oppressed us for so long. Like, why would you choose to even be with them? Why would you choose to even be around them? And I get that too. But the thing that just really troubled me was, I'm going to put a lot of not the blame on this on her, because like I said, I don't know about any of the physical stuff. I don't know. However, if you guys had a relationship for 5 years, and she said they were having the Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter argument again, she also said in her statement, don't ignore the red flags, right? You mean to tell me throughout this whole 5-year period, he didn't say some racist shit? Because you said don't ignore the red flags. So there were red flags, right? Her story is painting the picture of, oh, I saw these and just these messages and they were so racist that I just whatever. But it was like, but he would say a little racist stuff.
I wonder if it was because it was about her. The racist shit was about her.
I didn't even put it that way, but
there you go. You're welcome.
You good. You good. But that might be the biggest point. Because finally, his racism wasn't about other black people. It was about her, right? And she just couldn't believe it because, like, wait, I've been with you and we're cool and we probably have sex and what? You don't, like, and this goes back to my point. Because at the whole time, they were just like, you know, how, like, I wouldn't, or that's what you get and everything like that. But in my mind, I was just like, and this might sound messed up, but I was like, my issue isn't what he did, because I expect that. My issue is that how long was he doing it and you didn't say nothing? Because if you choosing not to say nothing, and again, you choosing to bring this up now, during all this whole time period, again, are you looking for clout? Or are you trying to tell a story? Because to me, it sounds like clout. Because 5 years. Red flags. This is all your statements. These are all your words. 5 years, don't ignore the red flags. Now Mark brought up another great thought in my head about, is it just because it was you?
Which in most cases, it's like that. It's I'm going to ignore everything that's going on until it happens to me, and then I'm about the cause.
Right. And this goes, and I was just going to talk about, like, my own personal experience with this, because, like, my fiance has never done anything like this to me ever, because she's not this at all, like this dude, right? However, I know I'm in a unique situation because my fiance is Hispanic, so obviously there's, like, some, like, we get it,
yeah.
right? However, I've been around her friends who have, I understand that they might have thoughts that are similar to this dude's, right?
Most definitely.
And I've told her millions of times, I'm like, I don't care if they don't say it around me. I'm not cool with them, period. If I hear it or whatever, yeah, we're not playing that game at all, right? And, you know, we've had the back and forth on those conversations where it's like, well, that's how they talk and everything like that. I'm like, I don't care. Like, you know, but, like, let me talk to them and everything like that, whatever. I'll give you one chance. One chance. That's all I'm going to give you. Like, if you don't address it properly, if I feel like something's racist, or I feel like, that was meant a certain type of way, I know it was. Like, I give you one chance.
Hey, man, you're overreacting.
After that, I'm handling it. And you might not want that. Like, so this is why I give you that one chance to be able to hate. And this is these situations, again, when people show you themselves and their character, believe it. This dude, I feel like, definitely showed his character for a while. But because it seems like now finally it was about her, now it's an issue.
Yeah.
This goes back to my whole point about all this stuff. I don't know if we can ever reach that mountaintop of us being unified, because there's always going to be stuff like this. Today,
it's going to take a long time.
Right. Today, there was a black lady who I believe I blocked her because I was so pissed off by this whole tweet or whatever. But George Floyd's, I don't know if it's his ex-wife or his estranged wife, is white. Right? She's been on the news constantly talking about we need to forgive the cop and everything like that, whatever. But it's also come out that they weren't together, they were separated. And his girlfriend at the time, since all this happening, was black. But this one black lady had these pictures of George Floyd and his estranged wife and said, even though he was unjustly murdered, because he decided to be with a white woman, I am not going to support this. I'm going to stay quiet. And there were so many girls in the comments who were like, agreed. And people were outraged. So they were just like, this is the problem. This is why we can't win. Because there's always going to be people like you. This is not the time for this.
It's not the time to stand on that kind of, like, fucking chair or whatever.
You want to die on this hill right now. This hill you want to die on, right? And I was just like, this goes back to my point. Before we can change the world and we can do all this whole rah-rah shit, we can do all this whole, you know, we're going to rise up and overcome stuff, we got a lot of cleaning to do in our own house.
Which, again, those kind of statements, no one wants to hear that shit. And I get it. No one wants to hear that shit. But it's there. Like, just because you're choosing to ignore it and whatever, you don't want to talk about it, doesn't mean that shit goes away.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Because I've heard people say, like, oh, it starts with us and like our society and teaching our kids and stuff like that. Yeah, of course it does.
Right.
But no one wants to hear that shit right now. And I get it. People right now want to riot and loot and blah, blah, blah. But tell me when have we ever addressed that shit? After the riots are done, after the fucking looting is done, when have we gone, okay, that shit's over with now. Let's go back to what that person was saying and let's start educating ourselves and educating our kids, telling them shit like being in the streets isn't cool. What's cool is being smart and getting the fucking knowledge and getting up out of the hood.
Yeah, getting a job, getting a career, and actually making something of yourself.
Yeah, learning about business, learning about credit scores, all that shit to actually improve their lives.
Right.
When has that ever become like a normal thing?
It's not. And that, again, goes back to what I'm saying. We can do all the stuff we talking about. And I'm with it. First of all, let me be very honest. I'm with it. However, I know at the end of the day, once I'm done with all that, I can't trust old boy over here if he chooses to, disregard me because my wife is Hispanic. Or I can't trust old boy over here when he believes in, oh, okay, once this is over, old boy got a nice chain over there. I'm taking that. I thought we all on the same squad. I thought we all brothers at the same time. And that's the thing where, like I said, no one wants to hear it. That's fine. That's cool. However, it's never been addressed. It never is addressed. And what happens is people bring the shit up. They get ousted. They get ostracized. And they get thrown to the side. And they say, oh, they got time for all that shit. I want to hear that shit. We need action.
Yeah. That was red shirt. That was red shirt at home.
That was red shirt.
Yeah. What's his name? I can't remember his name, but the kid from Dope, the main guy from Dope, he tweeted something like that, and they shut his shit down. Which, again, I understand, not the time to bring that up, but it's there. It should, okay, once all stuff is quote unquote peaceful or whatever, let's address it. Let's talk about that shit. Still no one wants to talk about that crap.
Because you can't win a war with just like
fighting.
With just one-way track-minded ass people.
That's why there was a Malcolm X route and a Martin Luther King route.
They both existed. Because I might not be able to fight if I believe in the Malcolm route of things, right? But once you guys are done and we win, I'm smart enough to know, okay, like I'm a lawyer. I know what we need to do to get these things into legislation, blah, 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 blah. You need old boy. Yeah. You can't look at him and be like, nah, nigga, you ain't real. You went to school. You can't help us. Like, what? Like,
you know them big words.
That won't help us. Like, it's all needed everywhere. All sides are needed.
Understand that all of us can't be the rioters. We can't be at those protests. Not all of us. Then we're not built for that, all of us. But some of us are, which is great. They should do that.
Easy.
And the other ones, again, like Dwayne said, they do the educational route. They could help on that front. They need to work together. That's why in armies and militaries and shit, it's not full of just soldiers and that's it.
No.
There's like strategists, some other shit. It's smart people planning crap and building shit, engineers and all that crap. Not just soldiers, not just warriors. Everyone has their place, and that's what people need to understand more. Yeah, cool. Back to right. Everyone just needs to have each other's back, and if we just had each other's back on all fronts and stop fighting ourselves,
this would be a lot easier. And like honestly, if we had our backs on all fronts, we wouldn't have to do this. Yeah. Because you've seen it. You've seen people in Asian cultures get pissed off. They make one unified statement. That shit gets cleaned up. Yep. You've seen the Jewish community. They get pissed off. One statement. That shit gets cleaned up. All right.
There's no infighting between like Hasidic Jews and just regular Jews.
But I guarantee you they have conflicts. I know they do because every culture does. However, know what they can do that we can't do for some reason? When it's time to really unify, they're like, all right, pull that little petty shit to the side. We need to get this one thing handled. After that, behind closed doors in our own community, we can bicker. All right? But in front of these people, we are unified. That's the difference. Every time some shit like this happens, it's always a whole bunch of people are like, yeah, we're unified. There's a bunch of people on the other side being like, nah, and you do it this way. They're wrong. It gets muddied. There's a fight that happens, and then the main point is lost.
I saw this thing on Twitter today. Someone wrote a post that was like, oh, Black trans lives matter. And I got so pissed off. I was like, first of all, of course they fucking matter. No one's arguing that. No one's against that at all, especially right now.
Right.
But all these kinds of posts do is divide our strength and make us fight each other, while the people killing us just chill and enjoy the show and keep taking their power. Grow while we fucking just crumble.
Yeah. But again, we said that before in an early episode where
the super early episode of this podcast.
Before all this shit happened. Like, so I don't know. At the end of the day, it sucks everything that's going on. It sucks. However, if you've been through it at this point, how we've been through it or whatever, this is why I'm tired. Because this happened with Trayvon, this happened with Michael Brown, this happened with Sandra Bland, this happened with Eric G, this happened, like, if I keep saying names and nothing changed, then who's crazy? Y'all for protesting or for me saying, like, you know what? Need to think of something else. This shit ain't working. This shit is not working. It's clearly not. We can keep fucking shit up. I'm with it. However, just after fucking shit up, let's have a plan. Because if the people of Minnesota, if they keep rioting, they burn everything down. I mean, everything. And now, you know, the governor out there or the mayor is like, enough. All right? We've lost millions. What do you want? Who out there is going to make the statement? Who out there is going to be like, all right, this is what we want?
Yeah. Who's the leader?
Who's the leader? What are you going to say? That's always my issue now with these things. Because I'm like, I'm cool with all the fighting and everything. But at the end of it all, if they came to you and said, man, what do you want?
I want the cops to stop killing our people. Okay. How does that look, though? Like in steps, bullet form kind of shit, you know? Outline it for me.
What do you want to do? Like, I would want someone to be like, okay, I want the cops to stop killing our people. How can we do that? I want to have a all-minority-filled police force that is controlled by us and blah, 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 blah. Like, damn. That's the plan. All right? Like, and they have to be from our community. We have to, like, the same way they appoint Supreme Court justices and how they get voted on. We vote on every cop that comes in, blah, blah, all this stuff. I'm like, that's wild. Like, yeah. That's a crazy plan. That might just work. But I don't want to hear, stop shooting us. I mean, well, yeah. That's obvious, but like, how are we gonna get there?
Right, when everyone that's in charge is, at the end of the day, still in charge after all this shit.
Not gonna change.
So this thing too, when people ask, oh, what does rioting and looting help? Like, what is that, blah, blah, blah. It hurts their pockets. Yep. It hurts these people's pockets, and it helps them realize, do you really want to spend millions upon millions of dollars defending this white cop? Was he worth it?
Yeah.
Was he worth millions and millions of dollars in damages and shit?
Because the same thing happened in '92 with the LA riots. Because at a point, you know, there's a lot of pissed off black people, and they went towards the Korean community in LA because they felt like after what happened with Natasha Harlan, I think her name was. After what happened with that, and they were just pissed off because they felt like the Koreans didn't have their backs. However, you're in our community. We're giving you our money. But you don't have our backs with this. What happened? We started to burn them places down, right? Then all of a sudden, there was a Korean and black coalition formed. And they were like, you know what? Because you know why? Koreans were like, hey, we have to rebuild this shit. We don't have the money for it. Maybe if we just band up with them, this won't happen. All right? That's the same, again. The cause of police brutality, the cause of systemic racism, the cause of all these things that are happening to minorities, the effect is the looting. It's not, let's loot because this dude died. That's not the messaging. The effect of looting is now that we're looting, hopefully this causes you to talk to us. Because now your pockets hurt, doesn't it? Because now all your tax-paying dollars have to rebuild all this. And oh, by the way, there's a pandemic, so you don't have the money to rebuild it, do you? And we don't care. So,
how are you going to get reelected with all this damage and shit? They want you still be in charge? Nope.
Oh my God, there's no cops now because they've all decided to take time off because of everything that's going on. Cool, we didn't need them anyway.
They weren't around for us anyways, yeah.
Didn't matter. Like, so we can police ourselves. And that's building a government at that point, isn't it? Oh, see how we're doing this on the fly?
Oh.
It's crazy, right?
God, we've done it before, guys.
It's very simple. But let's hit them with the plugs.